Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is well today. Welcome back to the Long Dark. I am essentially just waiting a moment to make sure everything is working. So, if you're not a regular, or you encounter this archived live stream later, I should give you a brief recap. I am currently in the Coastal Highway, and at the very end of yesterday morning's live stream, I managed to shoot a bear with a bow and arrow from the safety of a fishing hut. Subsequent checking revealed that the bear in question is dead. So therefore today's task is to harvest the bear, somehow avoid the remaining wolves on the lake. Actually, it's not a lake, is it? It's more like it's actually a frozen ocean, but okay, we shall rephrase that. Avoid the wolves on the ice, of which I saw 2 yesterday, which is kind of funny because I had a running gun battle of sorts with a small pack of wolves, during which I think all 4 got shot. So there's also 4 wolves to collect as well, which means I have quite a lot of work to do today. Hopefully I can do it without actually getting myself mauled by too much. Good morning, Anna. How are you doing today? So, how was your headache? I hope you managed to recover. I note, incidentally, that the Long Dark got an update today, so hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. I don't want it to be like Sky. If you haven't played Sky Children of the Light, it seems that fresh new bugs are introduced with every single update. Right. Oh, I'm very pleased to hear that, Anna. That is good news. Okay. Let's see what happens today.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Stop complaining. So this is precisely where we were yesterday. In fact, the last thing I did was to make sure that in fact it should say 4 bears killed, which means that somewhere over there is a dead bear. In fact, I'm wondering if that large black lump is it. This area should be clear, because the wolf pack that was haunting that area, apart from... No, that's a deer, I think. This is the wolf pack that was over here that I actually had the gun battle with yesterday. But I think there's 2 more over here, which might make things interesting. Right, so what am I going to do? Let us... well, first of all, we'll do the inevitable. I don't have a huge amount of water, so I think I owe it to myself to... What am I going to do? Return to my domicile, dump off as much as I can. Oh, and I want to see if I can find an arrow. Yeah, well, it did die. And... okay. It turns... Oh no! Yeah, it's possible that I did in fact miss with my first shot. No, that is definitely not a wolf over there. So we shall now hustle back home, dump off a bunch of stuff, and then return. Oh, and I need to reload. I'm pretty certain I saw 2 wolves in that general direction. It seems to be becoming something of a speciality. Shooting wolves. At least one of them should have an arrow in it. And then I think I shot it. And at least one of them I'm pretty certain I shot, then it attacked me, and then I stabbed it. So, if you missed yesterday, go watch the last half hour of the video, because I think that's about as much action as you ever get in this game. Short of falling through the ice and nearly dying of hypothermia, or trying to make your way through a blizzard to find food on a frozen lake where you don't know where it is, you don't know how to get back, and the only food available is cattails. I think I've covered everything. And I'm probably going to make this announcement a few times, but again, if you encounter this stream and you get through the first 10 minutes this evening at 6 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, I am going to start streaming The Sunken City, which for some reason I've wanted to play for a long time. It strikes me as being a good streaming game, and it's sort of a story-driven, Cthulhu-esque horror, adventure, investigatory type game, which I am seriously looking forward to playing. And that one I've actually seen a few people stream bits of. So that might become quite a regular feature on, say, Thursdays and Fridays. So we'll see how that goes. Right, let us see what I can put away. Hang on, am I carrying 2 whetstones? Why am I carrying 2 whetstones? I don't know the things I do. Right. Good morning, Nuggets. How are you today? Okay, I'm not going to... Oh, yes, I might want the wood, actually. Definitely going to want some water. And let's see. I may just have to settle for... being severely overweight. I'm going to have to make multiple trips, I think, to get the bear stuff. That'll probably go rotten, but I'm not intending doing any. Let's drop that. I know the amount of weight I'm saving is technically very low, but it all helps. I think I may have discovered during last night's live stream how to avoid people trying to sell me goods and services. Don't announce that you're streaming a game. Okay, I'm going to bite the bullet and transfer my... Somebody remember, don't let me forget to pick up my shell casings if I ever need to move out. Let's move that over. Alright. Let us, as they say, be about it. And I have no idea where I got that from. I have, for purely amusement value, put a pinned message up on the Twitch stream, basically saying, if you wish to sell me goods and services, please contact me through Discord or Blue Sky, links of which can be found in the channel information. And when you do contact me, please provide links to your work, website, and demonstrate that you're somewhat familiar with me and streaming. I'm seeing a lot here. And that further contact, if they are not prepared to do any of that, will be considered rude and intrusive, and I shall respond in kind. You are so lucky, Mr. Deer. Well, that's one wolf over there, dead. Pretty certain there's another one over there. You could see it from the hut. Now there, is that it, or is that something else? We shall see. Has anyone seen Bubba lately? He's been absent all week. I hope he's all right. So, let us patrol around the island. Ah, there it is. Huh. How about that? Yeah, so do I. Huh, look at this. I had no idea this was here.
Someone's stash.
Oh, this isn't too far. That's, I don't think that is human. Right. Oh look, there's my... oh my goodness. That went feathers deep. Poor bear. Alright, let's get this quartered. Oh. Let's eat something. Kind of feel sad for the bear. Poor creature. Still, if I want to make a bearskin bedroll, at least I know how to do it now. Alright, let's get on with the quartering process. Okay.
Not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah. And I stink a lot. I have a suspicion I'm going to lose those wolves. I might visit them just to get the hide. Ah, I know what I could do. I could transfer the stuff to the hut there. At least move everything closer. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, I haven't seen Bubba on Discord since the pickle incident. I feel like a cat on a hot tin roof. Yeah, I was a bit concerned this morning when I ran up OBS and it promptly gave me an error about connecting to Restream, but literally posting pictures of pickles.
Pack is getting kind of heavy.
You know, it's possible those two wolves that I spotted yesterday are actually part of the number that is now dead. I hope that's the case. Makes my job a lot easier. Of course, the one place I'm not checking is directly behind me. Yeah, no, the Sunken City, from what I've seen, looks like quite an intriguing mystery story. I have not seen the whole of it. I've seen bits, so I don't know how it ends. But given that it's based on Cthulhu mythos, I can't imagine it ends well for anybody.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, there was a wolf behind me. He seems properly scared. That was distracting. Okay, mental note to self. There is at least one wolf still alive. Yep. Looks like he's going to come my way. Well, if he wants to come after me, I shall have to see if I can oblige him. Yeah, he's really not happy. Got a suspicion he's going to be a problem. Don't know why you're coming after me, mate. There's other corpses on the ice. I should know. I put them there. Yeah, I saw yesterday after the battle here. I thought I saw two over this way. But this morning, as you saw, that was clear. But perhaps
I need to drop something.
Perhaps I either missed one, or there was in fact another wolf over there that... I hate to think what this game would be like in VR. I ran, excuse me, I did run the Sunken City yesterday just to make sure it would at least start up. Didn't start the game, just to make sure it would start up. Didn't realise it was based on the Unreal Engine. I've got other games that use the Unreal Engine. They're surprisingly well... what's the expression? Multi-threaded, which I find nice. And graphically, my system handles it quite well. Not quite sure how it'll handle it for streaming, but I can always turn down the graphics. Right now, the default for it is, I think, set to Ultra. Alright. Well... Oops. Heading the wrong way. Well, I don't know where that wolf went, but it took off, didn't it? You know, it's possible that it came from over the island. Given that the wind is blowing in that was blowing in that direction, it's possible that's where it was. And I see what you mean, Anna. Yeah, coming down that way after I dropped myself into the lake, not the best idea I've ever had, but I had no idea the bear cave was there. Still, as a tactic, luring a bear within bowshot of a fishing hut seems to be a good way to go. Please don't anybody call it a strategy. It isn't. It's a tactic. I think I've expressed my irritation at people misunderstanding the difference between tactics and strategies. Yeah. Well, like I say, if I decide I want the bearskin rug, I could always just sit out there and get another one. Okay, I will switch to the revolver at this point because I know there's a wolf over there somewhere, but I don't know whether it's due to respawn. No, they're not. They're not. No. Strategies tend to be long-term. Tactics are short-term. They are most certainly not the same thing. Okay, here's a rough idea. A strategy. Let's say you're speed running, say Minecraft, right? Your strategy is essentially your ultimate goal. Complete the game as fast as possible. What you use to implement that goal are tactics. Tactics tend to be short-term. Strategies tend to be long-term. There's a big difference between strategic warfare, for example, and tactical warfare. Strategic warfare could be an overall goal. It doesn't have to be the overall goal of the war, but it could be, and it could be a fairly long-term plan. For example, Douglas MacArthur and others' long-term plan to win the war in the Pacific turned into the island hopping campaign. That would be the long-term strategy. The tactics might be the individual battles required to achieve that goal. If you are, for example, in a battle, the tactics you use, it's tactics you use to go about winning the battle, that sort of thing.
Someone's gotta go.
But most of the time, in my observation, when people in the gaming world, at least, refer to strats or strategies, they actually practically mean tactics. Maybe I'm being pedantic, but there is very much a difference between the two. Here's another example. If you are upper management in a company, one of the things you should be good at is long-term strategies. Long-term strategies. If you're someone like me operating within that company, what you might implement would be tactics. I used to describe myself as a tactical manager. That is, I was best at dealing with short-term problems, issues. But I was not a good strategist. I was better for short-term than long-term. So...
Starting to weigh me down.
Something like that, yes. If you want better definitions, look them up. You may well find something that I've gotten wrong, but for some reason, the immediate example I'm thinking of is, for example, during World War II, right? The Australians had to learn tactics to deal with the Japanese in the jungle warfare, and they were most definitely tactics. This is the short-term operations, methods of winning a firefight. Those were definitely tactics. And of course the Australians became past masters at jungle warfare because of their tactics. MacArthur, arguably notoriously, was a very poor at tactics. He was a very bad combat leader, but he does have a reputation for being good at long-term strategy. In fact, any time MacArthur got involved during some of the early phases of the Japanese in New Guinea, he was quite obviously really, really bad at battle management. No, you definitely can't beat the game. Sooner or later you'll die. I mean, even if you went everywhere, did everything, collected everything, yes, that you could do all that, but still, in the end, you're going to die. Sooner or later you'll run out of resources, you'll be unable to light a fire. Something will happen. It's a bit like playing pinball. You can't win pinball. In the end you will lose the game. I'll be honest, I'm probably just gonna jinx myself now. I thought I'd have more trouble getting this stuff back. Well, to tomorrow I will see what I can collect from the wolves, because I would the very least like their hides.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
So, in game, tomorrow's goal: collect at the very least the wolf hides, because those are useful. Cook up all the meat I've got. Anybody who's watched me for any length of time knows about that. Or anyone who's played the game, I guess. To be honest, I mean, I think most of the Long Dark that I watched was mostly around the challenges or the story. I don't know that I ever watched anybody just doing long-term gameplay. And I can certainly understand that. Well, so far so good. Nobody in Twitch is trying to sell me goods and services. I suspect, however, that's because of the time of day, rather than because of a lack of willingness. I swear, a quarter of my followers on Twitch are actually people who have tried to sell me goods and services. And I am getting increasingly convinced that those people are actually not real people at all. They're just AI bots. Because they always seem to follow the same chat procedure. Is it me, or have I been encountering far more deer than I normally would? Excuse me. Have I been in there? Can I get in? Ah, no. I must have checked at some point. I have come to the conclusion that I do rather enjoy hunting on the ice. It makes life a lot easier. What time is it? Ah, yeah, no, it's getting late in the day. Well, I got all the meat back. Grab me fishies. Let's at least I shouldn't be experiencing cabin fever anytime soon. In theory. Have to see how that goes. This is a time I wish I had a 6-top stove. This would be so much easier tomorrow. Although I'm going to go after the bear, the wolf pelts, aren't I? Right. That was. I should have. I know I've got enough wood around if I need it when I need it. What time is it? Oh, it's still far too early. Why am I... Oh, I was going to say, why am I so stinky? I haven't dropped the gut off, have I? Well... Oh, that only took me 41 minutes. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, getting up to 200 slowly but surely. What do you want to bet there'll be a blizzard in the morning and I won't be able to find the... Won't be able to find the wolves. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, I think that might be bright enough outside. Where's my water? There it is. I wonder if it is warm enough outside or clear enough for me to go out. Oh. Yes. I need to just shut up sometimes, don't I? Oh well.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Cooking time. May as well get that started. This will now be a boring day, people. I'm terribly sorry about this, but kind of necessary within the context of the game. Okay. So, given that I'm going to be doing this for a while, does anybody have anything in particular they would like me to express opinions about? Any topics you wish me to go on about? Be very careful, or I might start talking about the Kokoda Trail campaign.
Too heavy.
I once bored the living heck out of my son talking about that, I think. He was in the Army Cadets at the time, so I decided to teach him the importance of logistics. Don't think he's ever entirely forgotten the story, though. Now, seeing as I started talking about it, it's an interesting thing that many people don't know about. A lot of people are familiar, of course, with the American strategy fighting the Japanese during World War II, but most people aren't aware of the Australian involvement in that. I suspect part of the fact is that MacArthur really does not seem to have liked the Australians very much. I think part of the trouble between MacArthur and the Australians was that by 1942, which is when the Americans started getting into the campaign in the Pacific, the Australians had been fighting World War II since 1939, plus the upper echelons of the Australian Army were all highly experienced from World War I, which MacArthur unfortunately was not. Despite he did serve in World War I, but he had very limited combat experience, whereas some of the Australian commanders, I think, had pretty much fought through the entirety of World War I, and then nearly 3 years of World War II.
Something's got to go.
That may have made him feel somewhat insecure, shall we say. Oops. Let's drop a couple of those. I think that's a little excessive. But in fact, it was the it was the Australians who achieved the first land victory of the war against the Japanese. Battle of Milne Bay, which was when the Japanese were attempting to capture Port Moresby. What am I doing? There we go. I'm going to run out of wood at this rate. Oh, drat. Huh. How come I never spotted that before? What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Hang on, how much left have I got in the barrel? Okay, 53, 55. I've got time to harvest that. Oh, Anna, did you not mention that you had a job interview? I can't remember if you said that was today or some other time.
I might have to drop some gear.
Alright, I'm going to need to get some more. Best way to handle this. Oh, heck. Where did my mouse just go? Oh, there. Okay, 55, 57. Oh, that's relatively good timing. And good idea to remember to drink some water. Okay. Oh, that's one way to pass the day. Oh, bother.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Where'd I put that bit? Oh, it's under. It's under there. Well, still quite a bit of cooking to do. Oh, look, weather's cleared up. Let's go have a little look, see if I can quickly check up on where the wolves are. At least take a look. Well, I've been indoors. I have technically been indoors all day, which is a bit of a risk. Can't imagine it did my cabin fever any favours. Is that a fire or a body? Oh, that's a wolf. Of all of them, please let it be the one with my arrow in it. Mental note to self. Sharpen my knife. Seeing as I was inadvertently carrying 2 whetstones, that should be something I can do. Somebody give me something to talk about. I'm getting bored not hearing my own voice. I don't want to go on an unhinged rant about something. Or at least no more unhinged than usual.
Drop any of this gear.
Hello, Armin. Welcome back. I did find the bear and managed to recover most of it so far. Also found one of my wolves. So progress has been made. Oops. Oh, I just noticed. Have I been streaming for an hour already? That ought to be my tagline. Because I think I say it fairly frequently. So, as soon as we wake up in the morning, oh, not too bad. Not as tired as I was yesterday morning, but yesterday morning I'd been swimming. Today I've only been awake since 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Not so tired, therefore, for some reason. I'm sure there's a lot of things I say all the time. Yeah. My goodness, have I been streaming for an hour already? Okay, let's be about this. Yeah, take your pick. I wish I could find things more diverse to say sometimes. Right, and here's something I say too. I am going to take a quick break. I will be back in 3 or 4 minutes. In the meantime, don't do anything I wouldn't do. I will see you shortly. And I'm back, I think. Yes, I should be. Where's my mouse gone? There. Right, what was I doing? I have no idea. Apart from complaining about my inability to use properly diverse speech. Right, do I want to... I need to drop the wood I harvested last night. Hang on a second. I know somebody just said something, and I don't know what it was. Oh, no. My imagination. In purely geek news, I have ordered a side table, which hopefully should match precisely the dimensions of my main table. It means nothing to any of you, but it means I'll be able to move the monitor to my right, a bit further that way, turn it sideways a little bit, pull everything in and across a bit, and sort of flatten out the curve of my screens. So I should, it should look more aesthetically pleasing and bring some of the important stuff a bit closer to my face. So that's really exciting. I hope you are all suitably fascinated. Okay. Alright, I've still got to deal with the bear stuff. Let us see if the weather's good enough that I can actually see where I'm going. Not really. Good weather to be ambushed on the ice. Yes, I am back. Oh no, this is pretty good. Let's see if I can find another one of those bodies. I don't know how lucky you are, Mr. Deer. Now, that was a fire, wasn't it? I'm pretty certain. I'll triple check, but I'm pretty certain that was a fire. Yes, it is. So, I'm pretty certain I spotted a body or two over this way, so we shall go check. Yes, I am still planning on streaming The Sunken City this evening. And we'll see how that goes. I have a feeling it would be a good game for streaming, but it was on sale, by the way. That's kind of why I got it. Well, that, and I went to see if it was on stream, whether or not Linux was supported by it, which it seems to be. Always like it when you can get a deal from Steam. Now I'm pretty certain... Is that a fire or a wolf? That's a fire, isn't it? Yes, that's a fire. For those who have not been watching, the fires on the ice were where I was butchering a corpse. Grief, I make it sound like I'm some kind of cannibal. I was butchering a deer or something, lit a fire to protect myself from wolves, which in principle would be scared off by... I think I lost the wolf bodies, didn't I? Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. They don't last forever. Drat. I should have grabbed them faster than I did. That's mildly infuriating. Oh well. Yeah, as I've been saying, The Sunken City is something I've wanted to play for a while, because it has a good story. It's based on one of H.P. Lovecraft's stories. Actually, I think it's inspired by several of them. I haven't actually read H.P. Lovecraft in some years, so I can't remember which one. I think it's The Shadow That Came to Innsmouth, but I could be wrong about that. But it's certainly inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. Something of a controversial character is Lovecraft. I can't remember whether he was anti-Semitic, racist, or both. Given that he was writing during the 1920s, good chance it was both. But he you just didn't care, did you, Miss Dear, Mrs. Dear? Alright, I better finish off that bear before the packages vanish on me. But Lovecraft himself, I'm pretty certain, suffered from a degree of mental illness, although I forget the details. He had a horror of the cold, apparently, which makes one of his classic stories quite effective. He wrote In the Mountains of Madness, which people have wanted to film for years, and it's been regarded until relatively recently as basically unfilmable, but I think there's a serious effort to actually make it. That should prove to be very interesting if they can get it done right. Yes, it is. I can't remember what H.P. Lovecraft's cat was called. Didn't even know he had a cat, to be honest. But then it's been a while. I used to know more about that kind of stuff. Oh well, let's get this done. But Lovecraft and Robert E. Howard, I don't know if they ever met, but they were kind of contemporaries. They were both writing in the same sort of period. And of course, they've both been hugely influential over the years. Lovecraft, of course, for his gothic horror. And Robert E. Howard, of course, wrote Conan the Barbarian. I don't know that either one of them were particularly successful in their own lifetime. And Robert E. Howard also had his problems, poor fella. Sorry, as usual, this is the quiet period.
Too much stuff to carry.
Yes, I know there's too much stuff to carry. It's a small bit. But if there's, if everybody enjoys, is it the sunken city or the sinking city? Doesn't matter. Assuming I keep going long enough to actually finish the game, definitely worth looking at possibilities of looking for others. There is apparently going to be a sequel. They are about to crowdfund, I think, the sequel. Alright, let's make sure I've got enough fuel in there to at least last the rest of the cooking process. I'll go grab the deer. Wolf. Whatever. Other dead animal. Yeah, I think I've got enough bear meat hanging around. I must admit, I don't know what the risks are of taking rotten meat and cooking it very thoroughly. I can't imagine it would taste very good, but I don't know how safe it is, per se.
Too heavy.
I suppose if I was ever in a desperate situation and all I had was really rotten meat, what I would probably do is just cook the heck out of it until it was basically absolutely cooked through and practically burnt. Not at the moment. Well, okay. The cheap viewers one is is purely automated. So yeah, the usual irritants there. I didn't want to eat that. I did not want to eat that. How come I accidentally ate it? That was silliness. Blast. That was profoundly stupid. I hope I don't regret that too much. I wonder, did I accidentally cook the small piece of... Oh, never mind. If I'm going to get food poisoning, I'm going to get food poisoning. Or something. Drat, I hate it when I do things like that. That was profoundly silly. And what do you want to bet I get somebody tonight? I'm gonna pin the same message that I have at present and see what happens. Okay, that's resolved some of my water issues. And what am I doing? I am good. No, might as well do the usual. Well, this is where I find out if I've made a colossal mistake. Right, well, let's cross fingers. I'm half certain I ate half a kilogram of rancid meat. I'm not going to go back and review the playback just to see. What time is it? In the game, I mean. Good morning, Bubba! How are you? Everybody, Bubba is in chat. Yes, I took some time off. Yeah, not too bad. Break does me good. But I'm back. May the gods have mercy on your souls. What am I doing? Not sure what you're talking about there, Bubba. Oh, hang on a second. I just lost my clock. Oh! I've been here for a while now. But yes, this is where I am. I've been slaughtering the predators on the lake. In their droves, poor things. Let's go see whether or not I have... I'm pretty certain I've lost the wolves, though. And what game genres do I prefer? I'm not sure I have a specific preference. I'm not a huge fan of first-person shooters anymore, so you won't see me playing those. Cozy. I do tend to like some cozy games. That's why I play Sky Children of the Light as much as I do. I did put an inordinate number of hours into Minecraft, and may well return to that. Alright, let's just do one scan and see whether or not I can find any more of the wolf bodies, although I think it's been far too long. I'm not sure I would ever say I have a specific preference. These days I tend to favour games that stream well, at least for me. The Long Dark. The Forest may turn into a quite a streamable game. I'm hoping the Sinking City does. Yeah, looks like I lost the bodies. That's a shame. I mean, you know, there are some games that I get tired of. I put 120, 150 hours or so into No Man's Sky. And I haven't played that for a while. For some... I got tired of it. I did put about 150 hours into Palia, which is this cozy sort of RPG type thing, and got tired of that. One of my criteria is that I don't have to pay £50 for it. Yeah. Yes, okay. Looks like I lost those bodies. Drat. That's at least 2 or 3 dead wolves that I've missed out on. Yes, that's what I'm kind of answering in terms of the type. Not sure I necessarily have a specific type. Not sure about cooperative. I haven't tried cooperative. Not in a long time. Fact, I can't remember the last time I played cooperatively. Unless you count Sky as a cooperative game, but it's not really. That's more like a companionable type game. Yep. Lost all those. Drat. No, just surviving. Just surviving, Bubba. Once everybody gets thoroughly bored with me being on the coastal highway, I'll move on to the next section. I am kind of tempted to hang around long enough to shoot the bear again and make a bearskin. Well, I need bearskins anyway to repair my coat if need be. And I wouldn't mind making a bearskin bedroll just for grins and giggles. Yeah, the bearskin bedroll would be quite a flex. And this place is, as you all know, very good for survival. Even if it did mean my now famous in my own mind running fight with the wolf pack on the ice. They're all dead, but I've only found I only had time to pick up one of the bodies, unfortunately. Yeah, I've been down that way pretty much to the fishermen's cabins. I don't even know where the trader is. I didn't know the trader was in the coastal highway, so that's something definitely for me to find. I'm just standing out here on the ice wondering what to do. Let's see, what are my supplies like? Maybe I'll go and spend the night in the... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have DLC, so that's not an option. Yeah. Yeah. I'll eat part of the bear first before I go. I wouldn't mind shooting the bear again, so at least I got a couple of hides hanging around. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've got it. I mean, I have a DLC, but it's the standard one. It is counted as downloadable content, but it's not one I paid for or anything. So it's what is it, Wintermute? It shows up as, I think, as a downloadable content, but yeah. Let's how dire is my moisture situation? Not too bad. Yeah. Finally got my deerskin pants fixed. Got 2 sets of wool long johns. Warmth bonus is plus 30 degrees centigrade. Ah. Okay. Alright. I think I've got the means. Do I have any wood on me? Oops, I don't, do I? No, I don't. I'll take a quick look. It gives us somewhere to go. What's my water situation like? Yep, I've got enough, I think. I'll pop over the other side. Seeing as we know the bear's not there anymore. I know where the dock is. So... And I do know there's a wolf in this area that has been so far terribly afraid of me. Yes! Yeah, I spent a few nights. Anna would be able to tell you more, but I spent a few nights in that fishing hut. In fact, this was where I shot the bear. I literally stepped outside of the fishing hut, loaded down with fresh fish or cooked fish, and the bear came ambling over and I shot him from the hut with a bow. And he died. He had the good grace to die right in the mouth of his cave. So, and given that all the other wolves in this area are dead, there is one, I think, over the other side of the island. Hey Bubba, pop into YouTube chat, say hi to Anna. We were all wondering if you were all right. Oh, that's where they came from. There is another wolf pack there. I'm surprised only one of them came over. Don't anybody suggest I go out onto the ice. We know what happens when I did that. Yeah. I guess whatever I've got does not qualify as the DLC because I'm not seeing any green box here, so... Don't worry, I'm not going to go and fall into the water again, I hope. That was embarrassing last time. Oh, there are rabbits. Do I need rabbits? Actually, I could do with a few rabbit skins now that I think about it. Actually, I definitely should get some rabbits. So now that I know they're there... Yes, last time I got a warning on the ice and immediately fell straight through. I mean, it was literally a case of, here's your warning, now you're going to fall into the water. It was, yeah, immediate. So... yeah, you know, it was not so much a warning as a yeah, immediacy. Hello, wabbits. I don't think I've checked this fishing hut out there, so I'll go check that.
Thank goodness. Is it food or...
Oh, by the way, Anna, I think there are 2 huts with doors out here. And there's one over there, I think, and then there's another one over that way, both of which appear to have doors. So... This is me just randomly exploring, in case anybody's wondering. Makes me feel cold just looking at it there. Definitely not quite the same as the forest. Oh, I didn't realise there was a house up here. Oh, Jack Rabbit Island. Yeah, and the bit in the middle here obviously is the, yeah, that lot. Interesting to have a little look around. Don't know if I've been to that hut over there. Now let's check this out, seeing as I'm here. Right, one quick rummage.
Hope I can still eat this.
Why are all the microwaves cracked? Oh, yes, okay. The electric storm or whatever.
Indeed. Could end up being useful.
Tell you what. This might be a halfway decent place to start the game, if you don't mind. The initial bit. Oh no, what am I saying? I mean, yes, if you're experienced, Coastal Highway, probably a good place to start. If you're not experienced, possibly not so good a place to start.
Can't have too much water.
Well, not a massive amount.
Excellent.
Yeah, 5 seconds warning when you're not used to... Yes, okay, alright. As far as I was concerned, it was... There's the warning, fell into the ice. It was pretty much immediate as far as I was concerned. And there was the cracking noise. Yeah. Look, don't expect me to remember what I do in these streams. The one slightly disconcerting thing I'm having to get used to is constantly going everywhere overladen. Oh, I'll grab some of the old man's beard. Who was it that told me that crouching when you're at sprain risk helps you? Yeah. Hello, Balocha. How are you doing? Yes, yes, I know. I did have it. Yes, I have seen it. Oh, right. Oh. That's useful. What was somebody doing leaving arrows by the ocean? Not that I'm complaining. Hello? Is there something over here I've missed? Well, yes, there's probably something everywhere that I've missed. Oh, I didn't see the corpse. Oh, yes, I need to go and make some snares, don't I? Yep, put some snares out on the ice, I suspect. Oh, right. Yes, well, given my success last time I went anywhere near the edge. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're telling me there, Anna. Not this island? Hmm. But in reality, what's the likelihood you're going to get arrows washed up by the ocean? Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes, I kind of figured that. I must admit it's nice to walk out here without worrying too much about the wolf pack. Yeah, I actually forgot about that. I know in the past it's been profoundly useful to have access to rabbit skins, and right now if I get into too severe a fight I don't have any way of repairing some of my stuff, so yeah, probably advisable that I do that. So, what do I need to do? Strip down. I've got 2 arrows to strip down. I need to make more arrows, which fortunately I have more than enough stuff to do. Well, I'm coming up to nearly 2 hours, so I am going to head back home, which I am going completely in the wrong direction for. Am I? No, please don't. No, I'm going the right way. Oh, there's the other wolf pack. Yep. I was going too far. At the very last thing, this last thing I want to do today is salvage and remake a couple of my arrows, because I lost. Let's see, I lost at least one to a wolf. Actually, I got the others, didn't I? But wish I knew what I did to my elbow. I'm English, Bolocha. Not sure it's accurate to say I'm from England, but I was certainly born here, and that's where I currently am. So I will, before I finish for today, make a few snares, recover my arrows, do a bit of make work. Did I just see something there? I did. It's a deer. And this is probably the point at which I get eaten by a werewolf or a Manitou or something completely unexpected. And I'm going to guess and say tomorrow I should watch out for that wolf that normally hangs around here. Please don't start me on that. Oh yes, yes. Well, I think, how many times have I killed that wolf, that particular wolf now? I kind of forget. I think it's twice. That's not him. And that's definitely not him. Right, let us put that away before I have another accidental discharge. Grab my feathers. I don't need all of them. Where did I put... Here's my arrow shafts.
Something's gotta go.
And let us... I literally, I think, and I'd have to check, yeah, you know, if you know how you click on something, and if you just miss what you're clicking on and you've got a revolver in your hand, you accidentally shoot it instead. Yeah, that's what I did. Very embarrassing. Especially for someone who has been known to empty the gun before cleaning it. Right, there we go, got those back. It is awkward because, as you know, I sometimes complain about when the mouse cursor goes off the screen and then you bring it back on the screen and you click on the screen to reactivate the game, and then you accidentally shoot something that you don't really want to. I've done that a few times. I try to remember to I hadn't seen that. Now I've got to find my way in the complete darkness. So, what was I going to do? I was going to make snares. Never mind. First thing tomorrow morning, I guess. Well, I guess this is where I do my wind up for the day. So... I found out today that I was carrying 2 whetstones and I can't remember where I got one of them. So, thank you everybody for watching. I will return this evening at 6 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, where, as I have stated earlier, I'll be streaming The Sinking City. Yes. From the start. I haven't played it, but I'm looking forward to it. So, as usual, everybody, the 11 currently watching, if you have enjoyed this, do I need to say the rest? Please considering leaving a like and subscribing. I'm only too short of 110 subscribers. It would be nice to get to 110 at the very least. And I hope you all have a thoroughly good day. And if you don't join me this evening, which is quite understandable given the disparity in time, I will be back tomorrow morning, all being well. So I will see you all then. And good to have you back, Bubba. Glad you're well.